No, pues si te habéis indicado,
De una.
yo creo que es la 2.
So in the second heat, we've got Austria lane number 1, second lane Puerto Rico, third lane Brazil, fourth lane Mexico, fifth lane Hungary, and in the sixth lane, I think this is Aruba.
La línea, verá la línea.
10 seconds.
Vamos arriba, vamos arriba.
Go!
And heat 2 underway here at Stadium Arena in Norrköping, Sweden. World Championship. Functional fitness.
So heat number 1 had a finishing time of approximately, if this is not the finishing time in any way, shape, or form, it is the time that we noted. So 12 minutes and 35 seconds-ish for the Norwegian team. So these athletes have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, so we got a time to beat for these athletes. See if the strategy is different this heat. We saw a lot of different strategies in last heat. Some of the athletes are really pushing it on the treadmill from the start, and some are taking it a little bit slower.
Well, I think this is in lane number 3 from Brazil. I gotta say that the athlete on the left side of your screen, if you're watching from home, red tights right now, red leggings, she's getting after it. She wants to get rid of that run.
Yeah, as we saw in the previous heat, the skier was actually finished first. So maybe they should push it a little bit harder on the treadmill.
Absolutely. The interesting part is going to be seeing the different strategies that these teams will use to finish the work. This test. I think it's safe to say, Mark, so maybe you can help us out. You need to kind of play this on the roll material that you have. Some athletes are going to have different kinds of strength, and you need to play for those strengths.
Sure. So it's going to be a close call as well in this team. We saw the last team where in the range of like 12, 25 to like 30, 30. So I think we're going to see this team falling as well. And our problem is always the people are able to quickly learn from the previous heats and adapt to the current one. They will gain like 5 or 10 seconds.
But there's obviously a risk to gaining it on another team that has a different strength maybe. So you see their tactics, you go, this is exactly what we're going to do. And then you find yourself in deep water because you just have to be not as efficient as a runner or not as strong as a skier-ish.
Yeah, for sure. But as long as you're like able to reduce a little unknowns of the event and capitalize on that, you're gonna come out strong and you're gonna make a few seconds of it.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see. 12:35-ish is the unofficial finishing time of the first heat, so we're going to see if anybody is going to be able to get close to or maybe potentially even beat it.
So as an athlete, you're always trying to find an exercise in the test that you can kind of rest in. In this event, ski or the wrestling movement here?
Heart rate wise, yes. Because on a ski you're recovering on every stroke. So if you are a really good skier, you can manage your heart rate a lot better. So if you're pushing the treadmill, you will see your heart rate. If you do intervals, maybe like 100 miles, like all or whatever, you will see in which of these two you are performing the task.
And once again, let's just appreciate the fact that there are athletes from all over the world. I had a chat with some of the athletes this morning. Some of them have never used a skier before. Others have used it once at a different competition, but they don't have one in their gym. So everything's been used from rubber bands to resistance bands, all kinds of different materials to try to emulate the stimulus. Just so we know who's on the floor. Right, here's a great shot on your screens of the athletes. Some of these athletes looking very comfortable with the run. And once again, this kind of implement, the treadmill that we're using right now, isn't necessarily something that everybody will have. So Marcus, what would you say is the biggest difference on this treadmill compared to if you were running outside?
I would say this has been more hamstring dominant because you're like pulling the actual man backwards. It's a lot better than an electrical treadmill because it's more natural. But I say if you get strong on these treadmills, you're going to get stronger in your running.
You're actually running using upward the whole time. So your position of your torso is always a little bit up front, right? When you're running, it's really hard to be really straight in this treadmill run.
Another great thing about this setup right now is these athletes are going to go out here, they're going to complete this test, but then you won't see them until this afternoon, so they've got plenty of rest, which also means that they're actually able to go out there and put up their best performance. The restitution between tests won't be a problem.
Sure. And this time around, they're going to be able to recover when Gates program 2018. Like 1 hour and 20 minutes, so athletes were not able to recover. So you wanted to stretch people's what the perception of endurance was at the time. At least we have something more manageable.
I love it. Absolutely love it. That's the way to throw a bunch of direction there.
So when the athletes are switching, it really does look like they're enjoying the run.
Actually, that's a very good point. Martin, you mentioned that last time a little bit on James. You keep referring to James. Who is James?
I would say one of the oldest dudes in the functional fitness. Won the first CrossFit Games in 2007.
Guillo. So we should start seeing some teams switch to the second pair. Look at the middle of the screen. The female athlete, Rebel Leggings, she's feeling the effect of this right now.
Cámbialo.
How many times they like between the skier and the treadmill.
Let's see if we can get a shot to see who the first team to have the first pair when the finish is.
Oh, it's going to be tight here on the switch.
Vamos, Guillo, dale.
You can tell in the
Sí.
is going up. From athletes expecting it in the number 1, Austria. No, it's not. It's like a song. Yes, I think it is. I think those were the Austrian athletes from our band.